What if I told you that lifting weights could actually be making your posture worse and therefore making you look worse?
So a lot of us want to look like this, right? But in reality, we might end up looking like this. When we see someone who looks really good with their shirt off, someone who has a muscular physique, we want to emulate that. But the truth is, what they also have is really good posture. Even bodybuilders admit that they stretch for hours and hours a day, and so do top athletes. The reality is, if you want to perform as well as you can in the gym and also want to look good, it's important to focus on stretching and posture along with your training. So in this video, not only will we explain why lifting causes poor posture if you don't stretch properly, but I'm also going to prove it. First, we'll show you the thumb test to measure your posture. Then I am actually going to do a workout and compare my posture using this thumb test before and after I lift. And at the end, I will give you my favorite stretches to do after a workout or for your posture in general.
So what I noticed over the years is that after I did a workout, an upper body workout, my posture would be worse the next day.
So whenever we're lifting weights, our muscles are contracting and relaxing. You can think of your muscle fibers almost like elastic bands in that they get shorter and then they lengthen. However, after we finish lifting, our muscles remain in a shorter or more contracted position if they are not stretched. So this article from MIT explains how our muscles shorten after they are fatigued or pumped, and how that decreased range of motion will remain decreased if you don't use some kind of stretching or static stretching after your workouts.
So what is the problem? Well, generally as guys, the muscles that we care about building are the same muscles that when tight contribute to rounded shoulders and poor posture. Those muscles are your shoulders, your anterior delts, your chest, your pecs, your biceps, and your lats, and even your upper traps. When these muscles shorten and contract and get tight, these are the muscles that contribute to internally rotated shoulders. And it just so happens that these are the muscles that we care about building the most as guys. So if you're doing a lot of pressing movements, shoulder press, chest press, bench, if you're doing a lot of curls, and you're doing a lot of pull downs as well, it's going to contribute to rounded shoulders. Even if you're doing a lot of rows, like barbell rows, if you're not doing them with really good form, you're likely recruiting your upper traps, which is going to make your posture worse as well. Now, does this mean that you shouldn't work out? Of course not. I mean, obviously you still want to get stronger, you still want to work out, you still want to be healthy, but it just means that you need to be stretching these muscles that get tight on a regular basis. So now we're going to show you how to do the thumb test with Dr. Estrabilo to test your degree of forward shoulders and forward head posture.
One of the simple tests that you could actually check for yourself is what we call the thumb test. The thumb test, as Ryan will demonstrate to you, is when you actually put yourself in a resting position. Notice the position of your thumb. Ryan, demonstrate the thumb test to the...
You can see when I'm relaxed here that my thumbs are a little bit pointed in. So what that indicates is that I have a little bit of rounded shoulders.
That's one right here. This is what we're talking about. We want the shoulder to be actually extended a little bit like this, which will be observed by the position of your thumb.
So now I'm going to do an experiment for you to prove and show you what I mean. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some common exercises. I'm going to do 100 bicep curls, 100 push-ups, and I'm going to do some pull-ups as well. I'm going to measure my rounded shoulders by doing the thumb test before and after this experiment. And we're going to see what happens even an hour after I do these lifts. Okay, so now I've done the workout, I've done the curls, I'm a bit out of breath, a bit sweaty. You can see that my shoulders and my hands are more rotated inward after doing those exercises. So, if you're consistently doing those exercises, you can imagine over time, that is going to have an effect on your posture. So now I'm going to show you one of my favorite stretches to help improve rounded shoulders, to stretch the biceps, the shoulders, the front of the shoulders. And to do it, you need a long stick. You can use a PVC pipe that I have here. You can use a broom. You can use any long object. And this is basically what you're gonna do. Take your arms, your hands as wide as they can on the PVC pipe. Then you're just gonna extend it over your head, rotate your shoulders back, and essentially try to touch your lower back with the PVC pipe or the stick. You can see my shoulders, my pecs, and my biceps stretching. What you want to do is you really want to try to touch that to your lower back. While you do this, I also want you to tuck your chin, because that'll help you get a stretch on your neck as well. Another thing you can see is that the pipe naturally wants to lean like this. So that's indicating an imbalance from left to right. So what you want to do is try to even out that pipe and touch your lower back. And you'll feel it more in one of your biceps than the other. So now I'm just gonna hold and do this stretch for a few minutes and then re-measure the thumb test after and see if it's helped to improve it. All right, so now I've finished up doing those stretches. Let's have another look at the thumb test and see where I'm at now.
So it's pretty obvious that there's a big difference in my posture. You can see my thumbs are a lot less pointed inwards, indicating less rounded shoulders after doing the stretches. Now this is obviously not supposed to be scientific, guys. This is just what I have noticed.
Doing these stretches on a regular basis will not only stop you from looking like Hunchback of Notre Dame, but it will also help you to improve your posture even more. So I suggest you do this stretch frequently every day. I suggest you do it after your workouts, whenever you train upper body. There are also a couple other good stretches you can do for your lats and for your chest that I'll show you now.
So now for the lat stretch. You know, if you've been working out for a long time, you probably have tight lats. And if you've never stretched them, this is going to be a big benefit to you. Because having tight lats, again, will cause internally rotated shoulders. That's going to affect your range of motion, your shoulder mobility. So you really are going to want to stretch out your lats like this if you haven't before. And this is a variation of child's pose, which is essentially a little bit more difficult. Child's pose is a yoga pose that mainly targets your lats and your chest that you can look up as well. So all you really need to do this is a broomstick or a PVC pipe and any couch. And you just lean into that stretch and I'd hold it for about a minute and hopefully that helps you out.
So for this stretch, there's going to be 3 positions. We're going to go upper, lower, middle. Now you want to stand a bit back from the doorway, a few inches, so you can lean into it. Then you put your shoulders here and you just lean forward and feel that stretch through your chest. You should feel it mainly in your chest, but you'll also feel it a bit in your lats, your back, especially on the top position here. You'll feel that in your back. The lower you go, the more it's going to target just your chest. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any stretches that you do that are great for your posture or any other videos that you think people should watch, please share them in the comments below so we can all see it. And thank you for watching and look forward to the next video.